Virtual Protocol price prediction for 2025. Why this altcoin is dangerously good. Did you know that Virtual Protocol has gained massive value in recent weeks? And many are wondering if it's even worth getting in now. AI, metaverse, gaming. This altcoin is currently riding several trends at once. But I wanted to know whether this hype is actually justified, so I broke it down completely using my 20 key metrics and also ran through price scenarios. Watch until the end before you buy anything, because there are also some critical points. And at the end, I have a bonus for you. But be careful, a disclaimer. My channel is not financial advice, it's purely for informational purposes. Welcome to 10x by Marius, the channel for honest, data-driven altcoin analyses. Virtual Protocol is currently one of the most talked about altcoins, and for good reason. The price has surged massively over the past few weeks, but the question now is there real substance behind it, or is it just hype? The coin is ultimately based on Ethereum, specifically the Layer 2 base network, which stands for extremely low transaction fees and, of course, high energy efficiency. With a circulating supply of over 65%, the risk of dilution is low. That's definitely a good sign for investors. The buyback and burn mechanism also creates additional deflationary pressure, similar to what we see with BNB. So what exactly makes Virtual so special? Decentralized AI agents that you can own, similar to NFTs. This is Web3 meets AI, but 85% of the tokens are held in the top 100 wallets, so the centralization risk is real. Still, the combination of narrative, technology, and tokenomics definitely makes the coin exciting at the moment. I've done a complete analysis of Virtual, and at the end you'll get price scenarios that will surprise a lot of people. So grab a coffee, leave a like for me, and then let's go. Currently, Virtual is a mid-cap altcoin, solid growth and less volatility than, for example, a low-cap altcoin. Here, 7. Why? There's solid growth potential, but not the exclusivity you get with low caps, for example. And then there's the circulating supply of Virtual. 65% is already in circulation, which is a high value. That's a strong foundation for investors. Definitely a solid 9. What kind of roadmap does Virtual have? Ultimately, it's about AI agents for the metaverse, but also for gaming. However, they don't have a public roadmap here, which is suboptimal for transparency. Only a 5 here. The potential is there, but clarity is necessary. Then, who is the team? Who are the founders of Virtual? The founders have experience in the AI sector, as well as in the blockchain space, and fintech. Teng was at the Boston Consulting Group. However, there is little information available about the entire team. Solid, but more information would be better. Next, which narratives does Virtual actually serve? AI, metaverse, gaming. Perfectly fitting for the 2025 trends, because artificial intelligence and virtual worlds are booming. 8. Contemporary and relevant. What problem does Virtual actually solve? Well, the problem of centralized AIs, because these are usually very exclusive. The solution? Decentralized co-ownerships with AI agents. Users can monetize their artificial intelligence. That's a 9. Unique and marketable. How about sustainability? Virtual runs on the Ethereum Layer 2 chain base, making it super energy efficient. 9. Sustainable and future-proof. What about investors or capital? No major investors are known. That naturally weakens trust. Virtual really needs to catch up here, only a 2. Who are Virtual's competitors? In the AI sector, we have Caps and Goodfire here. However, Virtual scores points here with its co-ownership, but the competition is strong. Here, a 6, good position, but not a market leader. How about Virtual's marketing? They are already listed on major exchanges like BitGet, for example, which boosts visibility. That's good. Active on Telegram, active on X. What do you think about Virtual? Have you heard of it before? What do you think of it? Write it in the comments. Here are 7. Solid with room for improvement. So how is the idea itself? Is it easy to understand? In the end, the idea is AI agents with co-ownership. Clear for crypto fans, for example, like with NFTs. Here, an 8. Simple but with depth. What vision do they have? They want to create productive AI agents in the metaverse. That's a revolution for gaming and virtual worlds. 9. Ambitious and forward-looking. Then, the deflationary virtual token. There's a max supply and a buyback and burn mechanism. That ensures deflation, perfect for long-term value. 9. Next, what about the fully diluted market capitalization? The FDV is only 1.54 times the market cap. That indicates a good valuation. 9. No overvaluation. Next, what about liquidity? 0.72 or 2 indicates extremely good liquidity. Here, 10 out of 10 because of top market activity. By the way, if you want to buy altcoins, like Virtual for example, then I recommend the crypto exchange MEXC. That's my personally preferred crypto exchange. Why? They have the most altcoins. No other altcoin exchange has as many altcoins. They have extremely low fees. And if you sign up now using my link below, you'll get a $20 bonus. I recommend that you register early so you don't miss any moves in the altcoin market, because the altcoin market moves fast. So all the information is in the pinned comment. Secure your $20 bonus now. And thank you very much for your support. But what was the initial token distribution actually like? Public, with liquidity pools, with a treasury, but no clear lockup periods. Point 6. More transparency would be desirable. Next, what about the top coin holders? I already mentioned this in the introduction. The top 100 wallets hold 85% of the tokens. That is an extremely high centralization risk. Be careful. Only 3, that's a warning sign. Next, what is the actual utility of the virtual token? On the one hand, for voting rights, but also for AI creation, transactions, and staking. Many use cases, 9. Next, what is the community like? They are active on X, on Twitter, solid but with room for improvement. By the way, are you a fan of virtuals? Let me know in the comments. What events are still coming up this year? No major events are planned, nor any milestones. At least not much information is known. Only 2 in this area. Clearly more action is needed here. Now we come to the overall assessment. With 71.1%, the altcoin is in the middle of my 10x ranking list. I will always display the 10x ranking list for you here. Strengths, utility, vision, usefulness, but also sustainability. Weaknesses: no strong investors. A few top coin holders own many tokens and they have no major events planned for this year. So what does this mean for us? Virtuals has strong potential, especially in AI and the metaverse, but centralization is a risk. And now we come to price scenarios. Virtual. It's not just any AI coin. It's a project that combines technology, ownership, and utility all together. And that could be the decisive factor in the bull run. Let's get more specific now. What price scenarios are there? Let's start with the bear case. The overall market remains weak. Virtual only secures a small market share. The price would drop to $1.53. Sounds pretty sober at first, right? But now it gets more interesting. More liquidity is flowing into the markets. We see a rising altcoin crypto market. Here, the price already goes up to $3.8. That would be solid, but still not a huge amount. Let's move on to the optimistic scenario. The entire crypto market grows massively. A huge amount of liquidity flows into the markets because the Federal Reserve lowers interest rates. The market share of virtuals continues to rise, and the AI sector, metaverse, and AI agents are becoming increasingly relevant. Here, we already see prices ranging from $10 to $53. But if the crypto market were to skyrocket, adoption advanced massively at the same time, AI became one of the most important narratives, and virtuals really established themselves, then we would see a massive increase to $75. But important, this is not financial advice. These are just mathematical calculations. So what does all this mean for you? Virtual Protocol is not a guaranteed win, but it is an altcoin with interesting technological potential, though it carries high risk, especially due to centralization. But now, here comes the promised bonus. First, leave a like if you enjoy such in-depth analyses and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more insights. In any case, here comes another exciting analysis. Even I personally didn't have this altcoin on my radar. Why? Feel free to find all that out for yourself in the analysis. So, see you in the next video.